There is fungus among us. Hello, my name is Anna Williams and I'm an Idaho native. When I was younger, I remember sleeping on the trampoline in my backyard during the summer. My siblings and I would watch wide-eyed as we spotted the bats flying in the dark sky, dipping and diving, eating insects. And from a very young age, I was fascinated by bats. Now, I know some people fear bats or call them flying rodents or disgusted by them. But too many people don't realize the positive effects that bat species have on pest control, agriculture, and pollination. But sadly, bats in North America are being threatened by a fungal disease called white nose syndrome, and it has quickly developed into a very serious and alarming problem, but you can help stop the spread of white nose syndrome. Before we talk about the threat, let me show you how incredible and needed bats are. Bats can eat more than their body weight in insects in a single night. Can you imagine eating your body weight in food for dinner? Pest insects are a huge cost in agriculture, causing over $50 billion in damages every year. Bats provide a huge service for farmers. The free pest control bats provide saves more than $1 billion per year in the corn industry alone. It is estimated that bats save American farmers $8.6 billion per year on pesticides. Scientists have discovered that some small bats can catch up to 1,000 or more small insects in a single hour. A nursing mother bat can consume more than 4,000 insects in a single night. Bats also play an essential role in pollinating plants and dispersing seeds. Over 500 plant species rely on bats to pollinate their flowers, and they are the sole pollinators of the agave plant. Fruit-eating bats can account for as much as 95% of the seeds dispersed in certain forest ecosystems. Now, what is this threat to these amazing animals? White nose syndrome is considered one of the worst and deadliest wildlife diseases in modern times and has killed over 6 million bats across North America. White nose syndrome is a fungal disease that affects hibernating, insect-eating bats. Some of the signs of white nose syndrome may include white dusty muzzles, white spots on the wings, bats flying outside during the day and in freezing temperatures during the winter, clustered bat groups around entrances where they hibernate, and dead or dying bats on the ground during the winter. This fungal disease has killed millions of bats, devastating 90 to 100% of some bat populations across the USA and Canada. This horrible fungal disease was first confirmed in a cave in Upper New York in 2006, most likely transferred from caves in Europe due to backpackers. One way we can stop the spread of this disease is to clean our gear and clothing if we enter caves where bats may live. It has quickly spread across the United States and into Canada. In 2016, it made the jump from the Midwest to Washington State, most likely transferred by human visitors that picked up white nose fungal spores in infected caves. In 2022, it was confirmed to be here in Idaho. Idaho is full of cave systems and is home to 14 different species of bats. It is crucial for us to do all we can do as citizens and as outdoor enthusiasts to make sure we stop the spread of this fungal infection. There are many things that we can do to stop the spread of white nose syndrome and benefit bats. We can clean and sanitize our shoes and gear before and after entering caves. Leave bats alone and obey the signs. Don't enter closed or gated caves. We can benefit these species by turning off unnecessary lights and promoting natural habitats around our home. It is important for us to minimize the use of pesticides in our yard and avoid disturbing bats in their circadian rhythm. It is also important for us to be bat ambassadors and spread the word about what we can do to stop the spread of white nose syndrome and help protect our bat population. Remember, bats are truly needed and benefit us greatly in our Idahoan agriculture by providing pest control and pollination. They have suffered a tremendous loss the last 17 years, but we can and are able to stop the fungus among us. Let us do all we can to stop the spread of white nose syndrome by cleaning off our shoes and gear. By doing this, we can help bats thrive once again. If you would like to learn more about white nose syndrome and what we can do to help bats here in Idaho, please scan the code or visit www.whitenosesyndrome.org. And remember, you can make a difference in stopping the spread of white nose syndrome. Thank you.